Yeah, man, it's the Old Raggamuffin Show with my very good friend, the wonderful Miss B, aka Barbara Ranks from the Gal Dem Crew from out of Rome in Italia. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, hi, hello everyone. Hi Solo, very happy to see you. I'm very glad and honored to be part of your Old Ragamuffin show. How
Give
are
thanks.
you?
I'm good, I'm well, Give thanks. Thank you for saying yes as well.
My
Is it-
pleasure, my
Yeah, and it's
pleasure.
good to see you as well, 'cause it's good to see you. Always a pleasure to see you and talk to you as well, you know what I mean? So how you doing?
Me
Everything is
too.
okay? You okay?
Yeah. I'm okay, and everything is going. Is
It's just
going.
going, yeah?
It's just going. Life is going on. I mean,
Yeah,
we had hard times, for you it's the same in England, quite the same, with
yes.
this virus and with the lockdown, and the whole situation is a bit crazy, but we are good,
So where
fortunately.
where are you now? Because you're further ahead than we are in England. So you're easing your lockdown now. You're no longer in lockdown.
Yeah, we call it step two bis. And we started to stay. The lockdown in Italy started around the 9th of March, and
Okay.
till the 4th of May, it was very strict. You couldn't go out. You couldn't see friends or your family. I used to go out only once a week to buy food, and
Yeah.
everything was closed. Shops were closed, restaurants were closed. No one was around.
Yeah.
Now, from the 4th of May, we started to see our close family, only close family.
Okay.
Parents, I I have
I bet
met
you was
my.
so you must have been so excited to see your parents. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
very excited. It was a very, very nice moment.
Hmm.
And then from the 18th of May, shops are open again, restaurants are open again, pubs, and
Okay.
you can go around, take your car, and you are free to move in your area. I mean, Roma and around Rome.
Okay.
And so we are going through this, but let's see what happened, because everything now is so. I mean, we have to be careful, of course,
Yeah.
and we don't know how to do, because you can go to the restaurant or you can go to the pub, but inside you have to wear mask. So how you can eat or drink with the mask? So it's not clear.
It
It's
don't
not
make no
clear.
sense. I saw a
No.
picture. I said to you, I saw a picture with a mask, and it had a hole in it, so you can open the flap and maybe have your spliff out of the thing,
Yeah.
and you could unclose back the thing. But how are you meant to eat and drink with the mask?
It's strange. I mean, it's not clear. It's not clear, and you must stay far 1 meter or 2 meters from another person, and but I don't understand when 1 meter or 2 meters. So we need to learn
Yeah,
all
these
the
things. Yeah,
rules, and
yeah,
and see what happened. And in the meantime, the owners of the shops or the office or pubs or restaurants, they don't know how to organize the space for these rules.
yeah. Of
So I
course.
mean, now the lockdown is the unlockdown, but I mean, I'm still afraid of doing things like before. Of course, we have to put attention and be responsible. I mean, I still use my mask everywhere, even when I'm open air. And I have met only my parents and one
Yeah,
friend, and
yeah.
that's it. I go very slowly with this.
Yeah, yeah. I think. I think we all should. I think we all need to go slowly and see what happens. You know what I mean? Because, like you say, nothing is clear. No instructions that they're giving us is clear. But to be fair as well, maybe they don't know a lot about it anyway, and they was honest to say that they don't know. So it's not going to be clear. But we definitely have to tread slowly. What are the
Yeah.
figures like? As in new cases. What's the figures like?
Okay, new cases are not much now,
Good,
fortunately,
good.
but yeah, in these 2 weeks, because we started the unlockdown the 18th of May, so I think we need to see in 2 weeks what is going to
Oh,
happen.
it's only since the 18th of May. I thought it was a bit
Yeah,
earlier than that. Okay.
no, no, it's few days, so let's see what happened
Yeah.
and be careful,
Yeah,
even
cause this is the
because
big thing, isn't it? To see if there's gonna be what it's gonna be like with new cases and stuff like that. This is the worrying thing, you know?
Yes, yes. I mean, this was a decision that the government had to take because people couldn't work in the lockdown and they need money to, I mean, to survive, of course.
Yeah.
And so I mean, it's a decision took by economic interest for everyone. I mean, but it's a balance between your need to work and get money, of course, and health. So
Yes.
let's see what happens in the next weeks, and I hope that everything will go good, even
Yeah,
because
also.
yeah, even because there is a nice weather here. It's springtime. It's hot. It's sunny, and everyone wants to go around in the park and to the seaside, to the
Yeah.
lake,
Yeah.
and me too. I mean, but we need to be careful and be responsible. What's your situation in England now?
So in England now we are still on a lockdown,
Mm.
but they've started to ease it now. So before you was only allowed to go shopping
Mm-hmm.
to buy essentials, and you could go for exercise for 1 hour.
Okay.
But now they're saying you can exercise for as long as you want.
Mm.
You can meet with one person that's not from your house,
Okay. Okay.
but you must still keep the 2 meters distance.
Okay.
And before you wasn't allowed to drive anywhere for exercise. So for
Mm-hmm.
example, if you was exercising for 1 hour, where you was going to exercise, you couldn't drive for longer than an hour to get to the place. Whereas now they say you can drive, you could go as far as you want.
Okay. But it's
You
quite
know?
clear. It's quite clear. Here is not so
No,
clear now.
no. I think I'm making it clear. It's not. I'm making it clear because I'm talking to you. But no, it's
Okay.
not very clear at all. It's not that clear at all. There's a lot of confusion. You know, a
we
lot
need
of
we need
confusion.
to have more clear rules from the
Yeah.
government, and we need to get money help from the government, because like this it's very dangerous and we risk our health. So I hope that in few weeks we can have this help.
Yeah. I'm kind of when it comes to behavior, where if I go anywhere or distancing, I am following my guidelines.
Yeah,
I think they don't know. The government is guessing, and they are gambling with people's health. You
exactly,
know what I mean?
exactly.
So I listen to the guidelines, but for me, they are guidelines. They are not laws. They are guidelines, and then I will choose whether I think that is acceptable or not. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
of course. Yes,
I,
yes, yes.
I I think that's the only way. Well, for me, then I can be happy with my decision. And if something goes right or if something goes wrong, then that was my decision. I think
Yeah.
the worst place I would want to be is for something to go wrong, and I say it was your fault because I was listening to you. You know what I
Mm.
mean? It's better I do for me,
Yeah.
and what happens to me, then
It's
I
my
got no
fault.
complaint. It's my fault. All right,
Yeah, yeah.
my fault. You know what I mean?
Sure, sure.
So
That
so so this is
yeah,
how
yeah.
this is how I'm doing it. You know what I mean?
I agree with you perfectly. If I'm, for example, now I don't feel safe to go to eat to a restaurant or go in a pub or I mean, I always protect me with a mask and my friends to from me, and I try to act with responsible.
Yeah.
I try to be responsible, and I get fit at home. I don't I don't run. I hate to run. I must say I like to do I like to do my exercise here at home or in the I have the upper terrace and I go there, but I'm not ready to walk or to run in a park
Mm.
now. Let's see.
Let's see.
Yeah,
Have you enjoyed the time that it's given you to yourself? You know, I've enjoyed the quietness, the fresh air, and things. I've really enjoyed this. Must be the same
yeah,
for you, cause Rome, especially where you are. Rome is a busy place, man. Busy, busy,
yeah.
busy.
Yes, it's true because I'm in the center, quite in the really close to the center, and it's full of cars now. You can hear the
Yeah.
traffic, and but during the lockdown, everything was quiet, and I must say I enjoyed something. For
Mm.
example, the fresh air, the silence, the animals that were around, and I tried to yeah to have time for me and for Simone, my
Yes, sir.
king. And I cook a lot. I eat a lot. I did all my grandmother
You see, you
recipes.
see, you see. As soon as you said you cook, you see the smile on my face. I like your cooking, you know. But yes, sorry.
Thank you. I did also pumpkin risotto that you like, and I did gnocchi and tagliatelle,
Nice.
lasagna, all my grandmother recipes.
Yes, sir. I love that. Love that.
Yeah,
I love that. Where you are, you must be over too because people who don't know. You live high up in the apartment. Your apartment is high up on the floor, so you really can taste the difference and smell the difference with the air.
absolutely yes, absolutely yes. I mean, I'm lucky to be high
Yeah,
because if you live at the first floor or second floor, it's worse, of course. So,
yeah.
but I can smell the difference very well, and I can hear the sounds very well. So now it's even the sky is not so clear. The
Okay,
sky was so clear and so blue during the lockdown. Now it's cloudy, but it's not for the clouds, it's for the smog. And I
okay,
know that
okay.
it's clearly for the smog.
Yeah, yeah. See,
So
even this, so even things like this make me worried about going back to. I don't want to say normal, because I don't think we will ever go back to normal. And if we're honest, I don't think we was very normal before anyway, or what should be normal. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
I'm not keen to go back to that, but just to go back to a normal way of life, let's say, for this reason, I'm not too keen because I really enjoyed the silence. I
Me
enjoyed
too.
the fresh air. I love seeing the birds. All I can hear is birds. That's all you can hear, birds singing everywhere. And you
Yeah.
couldn't really hear that so much before, you know?
Mm, 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 mm. It's true. It's true. In fact, in the during the lockdown, I was thinking a lot about this. I was thinking that maybe this time is a lesson for us, and we should learn something from this situation and trying to be better with the earth, with the nature in the future. I thought a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
during these weeks, and I hope. I mean, I feel a little bit different from before, of course. I hope that the same will be for the other people,
Hmm.
and I really hope that this time will teach us something and
Yeah.
to be for being better. The humanity should be better.
I pray and hope. We pray and hope. We pray and hope. So musically. have you heard any news from like the venues and thing like that? Like even the venue where you have your monthly session.
And no, we use. I explain a little bit the venues where we play. We used to have these monthly events in Rome in a place called Spartaco. That and I have also one thing I want to show you because
Yeah.
you were
Ah,
a special guest for our birthday here, the
yeah,
18th
the
of
birthday spot.
January.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
the
was such
fat
a good
time.
time, man.
Yeah, I miss that time, man,
It
a
was
lot.
such a good time. I had a good trip, man. Such a good time.
Yeah, but for no news about that. That are places. I don't think maybe next after the summer, in September or October or November, we can start again to do something. But now it's not safe, and it's better to stay quiet a little bit.
Yeah,
I
I was talking to a friend of mine and they was showing concern about the venues, if the venues will still be even in business, you know?
mm,
He was worried that there's gonna be a shortage of venues, that many venues might close. Or if they don't close, maybe when they reopen, they will prefer to do pop music or house music to know that these people will go and buy many drinks and the place will be full all of the time, you know what I mean? And not maybe do specialist events, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
that's a worry still.
Yes, and I mean, Spartaco is a place that act not only for business. Is a place, is a diciamo, community place. So I hope that we'll get the right choose. They are very, they help a lot people in the area during the lockdown, bringing food to old people,
Great.
and
Yeah.
trying to help the community. And this is very, I really appreciate that.
Yeah,
So
that's great.
now we are not ready to do business with even because I mean it's a different state of mind. But
Yeah.
I hope in September, October, or November that something will change. Of course, people who lives with music, uh, people who do this for job are very in trouble now because all the cultural activities are closed, concerts are cancelled, and
Hmm.
it's I mean, it's sad for us because we couldn't get far, we couldn't see a good concert, and it's hard for the musicians, and they should have help from government to afford
Yeah.
this situation. But now I hope
They
that
they get they get to no help from the government in Italy?
no, no,
Wow.
it's a category.
Wow.
I have a lot of friends that are very worried because of this, because they are not working. They had their events cancelled, and they don't know what to do. So they are asking to the government to do something. So maybe in the next weeks we will have some help. I mean, they will have some help, and we
Okay,
will.
let's hope so. I hope so. I really hope so. Here they have some grants that you can apply for, but
Mm,
of course not everybody will get it, you know what I mean? So
mm,
some people, yeah, a lot of us are struggling a lot, you know what I mean?
mm, 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 mm,
Struggling. I was fortunate because I still do a bit of driving with the truck, you know,
mhm.
because I like to drive. I write my best lyrics when I'm driving.
Cool.
I write my best lyrics. You understand? So I always maybe 1 day, 2 day a week, maybe I go and drive a big truck, you know,
Mm, mm, mm.
sometime. Just so luckily I still had this. So I have a little money coming from when I go and do some from when
Good.
I do that. You know what I mean? But otherwise, it's a problem. It's a big problem.
Yes, even me, for example, I am lucky because I do smart working from the 9th of March. My company give me the smart working, so even during the lockdown, I have something to do, and I continue my job. But a lot of musicians, friends of mine, are completely abandoned and without work, so
Yeah, it's hard.
nothing
It's
to
that.
do, and it's hard, and I hope for a normal, better, not normal, but best situation,
Yeah,
better
we
situation.
have to find a word. We have to find a word for this. Not
uh,
normal, better normal. We need to
up,
find
upgraded situation.
a upgraded system. When we go back to the upgraded, all right. Upgraded is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's think about it. I'm sure we will find something.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, but we think about it. Always everybody's okay though. The rest of the crew, them Gal Dem Crew, everybody's good.
Yeah, yeah, we are
So
good.
everybody who don't know, let me just explain. People who don't know, Miss B is a selector for the infamous sound
Yeah,
system in Rome called Gal Dem Crew, which is a fully female sound system. You know what I mean?
sure. Yes,
I'll let them know. So yeah, everybody's good. Yeah, everybody's okay.
yes, we are four girls. And Keynes, it's okay. Rasta Lady, it's okay. Queen Mana, it's okay. And me, we are all good, but we couldn't met, so we do some Skype call,
Yeah,
and try to see for dinner, in Skype. It's strange, but we must do like that. And yes, we are a female crew, female sound, raised in 2005 in Rome, and we have met in the dance hall. We were friends, and we collected vinyls. I started to collecting vinyls in around 2000 and something,
yeah,
and just for my passion. And I didn't think about having a sound and create Gal Dem Crew,
yeah.
but we have met in dancehall business, and we decided to create something that could be that could show how female how woman can be good in this reggae business. So we
Yeah,
started to.
because sorry to interrupt you because I don't want the people to get confused, because I think I don't want people to think just because it's a female sound yeah, female sound that is delicate and it's all pretty and there's flowers by the turntable.
No, we are not
No, them
on.
are Gal Dem Crew is Ragamuffin. You don't hear the name. The name said Gal Dem Crew. The
Yes,
Gal Dem
yes.
Ragamuffin.
Tell them, Solo, tell them.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want them. Maybe they think it's flowers and
No, no.
incense stick and you know.
Yeah, no. We
Oh,
are
no
we
man,
are not only a delicate
no man.
flower.
Gal
We
Dem
know
Crew.
how to be
Listen
tough.
to.
Yes, yes, yes. We like ragamuffin, and we
Yep.
we know we know how to be tough,
Yeah, man.
and not
Tough.
not
Very
only
tough.
delicate flower. I mean, and we must underline this because it's important that people know.
Yeah.
And yeah, sometimes during these years, because it's 15 years, we had you as special guest for our 15th birthday, and during these years,
Yeah.
something very funny had happened to me sometimes.
Okay. Let me hear. Tell me.
Yeah, for example, once a sound engineer that was fixing everything, saw me with my controller. I
Yeah.
was with my device, with my Pioneer, and he asked me, "Oh, but do you know how to use that?" And I said, "Yes."
He,
let, let
Well,
I,
he thought you were just carrying it for somebody else, like it's not yours or something.
no, it was very funny. And at the end of the show,
Yeah,
he came to me, and I was very proud of that,
of
because he
course.
came to me and said, okay, I know now that you knows how to use that. Sorry.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's cool. I got my headphone. Right.
Well,
But
well,
I'm happy that he come back to you afterwards and say it.
yeah,
Okay.
he was kind,
Yeah,
because he
good.
really, it was terrible before. So fortunately, at the end, he recognized that I know how to use that.
It's
Uh,
crazy to think like this, isn't it? It's crazy
yeah,
that you could think like that. Yeah.
yeah, because I mean, maybe it's a common thoughts that many people have. I don't know, but it's old thoughts, and wrong, absolutely wrong. A lot of women now are in the music business, and they are really good as DJs, as singer, as promoters.
It's not obviously I think it's a lot better now and easier now. But I can imagine, especially like 15 years ago,
Yeah,
like it's difficult, guys. It's a very masculine environment. It's
absolutely.
men. I've heard many stories, many friends of mine, female artist singers,
Hmm.
you know, say that and even given up because they have too many problems. They want to go to the studio, and before they can make a recording, the producer is looking for something else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
He's
can
looking for
understand.
he's looking for a relationship more than thinking about the music. You know what I mean? So I could
Yeah.
imagine it must have been difficult them time when you was first starting. Yes.
Yeah, I for me it was the same, I must say. I have never gave up, because I wanted to be strong and to do my things, to follow my passion, and to do the things like you know
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
tear. But it was hard. Yeah, especially in the beginning. For example, another funny thing that I want to tell you, I had vinyls, and someone asked me, but they are your vinyls? I said, yes, of course they are my vinyls. Do you know? I don't play anyone vinyls. Why? Why?
With a barra tune. You know what I mean?
No,
With a barra
no.
dub.
It's strange, and sometimes very it was quite hard, but I didn't want to think about how art was or is. I just want to think that is my passion, and I want to do that with all my heart, and that we have to be strong and do our way and our things. That's why we started to organize events and to promote artists without, I mean, waiting.
Did you always want to do your own events, or you had to do your own events because you find that people wasn't taking Gal Dem Crew serious?
Both. I mean, when I started to understand how the masculine music business was, I felt the needs to do that. But even because, and in the meantime, I understood that that was my scope. I mean, that my passion. So
Yeah.
it's okay like this. Maybe it needs to be like that, maybe, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
So we started to promote the artists that we like, and to do the party that we like, where we can play um, whatever we like, and without any pressure. Of course,
Yeah.
we have a lot of good friends. We and we share our passion with our friends and with our good crew in and sound in Rome. But no one is the same. I mean, you have to to see how they think and how
Yeah.
normal. But I think that maybe it's like that. I mean, I don't want to feel sorry or no. Just I want to feel lucky because of my work and for the nice people that I have met.
Well, the thing is, once you realize this is your passion, once you realize it's your drive, whatever it is, but I think once you recognize this is what you want to do, then the struggle that comes with it is just what it is.
Of course, yes,
You know what I
yes,
mean? If you are going, if you are serious about your passion and you're serious about your drive, any any difficulties that you face is just what it is, because this is what you want to do. So you
yeah,
you have to face that and overcome that. You know what I mean? Nothing is easy, and they say the harder the battle, the sweeter the victory.
yes,
The truth, because like you said, when the man comes to you at the end of the night and he said, "Oh, okay, you know how to use it," it how good did that feel? Eh?
yeah, yeah, very,
This,
very.
yeah, it's better it happened this way than he don't say nothing to you at the beginning and he don't say nothing to you at the end. You know what I mean? It's better this way. True.
Yeah, maybe even him needs to map me and try to think different. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
everything is a part of. I mean, a strategy, a way of the universe, maybe.
Yeah,
So
man.
it's
It's a
good like
cycle.
that.
Each one teach one. So he learned something this day. So after this day here, probably never, hopefully, never again he underestimates somebody,
Yeah,
anybody. Hopefully he never underestimate anybody again after this. You know what I mean? So, you know,
yeah,
it's a the what we might think is a struggle or difficulty is actually necessary for other people to progress and even for ourselves to progress.
of course.
In need of progression, it has to be difficult at first. That's how you learn.
Exactly, exactly. That is what I think. Of course, you express better in English, but it's what really I think, and I hope that my message is clear. And
Very clear. Come on.
thanks. And another time I was playing before and after a concert of Ora Sandy with the band. So they did the concert. Then after the concert, I did my dance hall, and members of the band
Yeah.
were there. And at the end of my session, one of them came to me and told me, because you are not good, you are tough.
Ah. Oh, he said you're not good. You're tough.
You're tough.
Who tell you that? Who is it? Can you
I
remember?
don't I don't remember. I know I
Y-
don't remember. But I played all my ragamuffin. I played vinyls and
Yes.
all ragamuffin tunes from the 90s, and
Okay.
they had fun. I think that they had fun.
God, I
So
love that still. I
I
love that. Yeah, I wanted to know if you remember who the person was. So I would have asked them. I would have called them
yeah,
and asked them if they remember you. You
I
know what I
don't
mean?
remember. No. Unfortunately, I didn't know if maybe he was the drummer, the bassist, or the
You
guitarist.
can't
I
remember that.
don't remember.
Okay. Nice still.
Ask to someone, maybe they remember.
I will. I'm going to ask. But these musicians, they play a lot of shows in a lot of
Yeah,
places. So maybe it's difficult for them to remember still.
and it
You know what I
it
mean?
was almost 10 years ago, maybe 8 years ago,
Okay.
7, 8 years
Okay.
ago. Yeah.
Okay. So I wanted to ask you. I know you don't like football.
No, I'm not interested.
I know you are not interested in football whatsoever. But did you see what Mario Balotelli said the other day?
Oh no, what did he say?
I don't know when he said it, but it was circulating online that he said he challenged all African players to leave European football and go back to Africa and set up and put their money. He said we all have a lot of money to put our money into African football, and then
Oh,
this way here, our younger brothers and sisters coming up can play football and not have to suffer racism
good.
from the
Yeah,
singing racist chants and
it's
stuff.
terrible. Yeah, it's terrible. This the way the racist in the sport, in football, and in, I mean, it's always terrible, of course. But when I hear that hooligans maybe or someone s- scream bad things to the players, it's so very no sense thing, no sense thing.
Makes no sense at all. Is this why you don't like football? Because of this, or you just don't like it anyway?
Because of this, because of the business, money business around. To, I mean, in my opinion, it we need to find something more pure in sport, more without business interest or sponsor or money or I don't know. But anyway, I don't like football, like the game. I mean, I don't like. Then,
I know, but I wanted to ask you about that. 'Cause I remember when I was with you last, we was talking about that. We was talking about this situation. 'Cause we was talking about the obelisk
yeah,
that's outside the
the
stadium. You
fascist
know,
obelisk that we still have in front of the stadium, that is very, a terrible thing we still have.
I know you're very passionate about this thing. Well,
I want to drop something against this obelisk.
let me tell the people outside the stadium. It's the national stadium, isn't it? 'Cause
Yeah, yeah,
that's where the national team plays, where the Italian
yes.
national team plays. And what club plays there? Is it Roma? Is it AC Roma that
Roma
plays there?
and Lazio.
Right. So at the stadium where AC Roma and Lazio play and the national team play, outside is a obelisk. You know, an obelisk is like the needle. Um, and it was who put it there?
And Mussolini.
Mussolini. Yeah, he
Yeah.
erected it. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 and it's written his name on that, and so
Okay. And
it's
there's a message written on there's words sculpted into the up into the statue, right? That's not
yeah,
the
yeah. There is a message written in the obelisk
yeah.
that is fascist, and so we don't want that in
Yeah.
front of the stadium, as we don't want that in Rome and around the city. I mean, it's past, and it was something to cancel. So why every time I pass in front of the stadium I have to see that?
You have to see it. Yeah, it's crazy that it's still there. It's crazy.
But yeah, but someone say, oh, but it's our history, so it's just because of culture that the obelisk is there, as many other things around Rome. I mean, not, there is not only that, and it's a part of our history. So, but, in my opinion, I don't want that to be
You
part
know,
of my
yeah,
history. Please.
it might be a part of your history, but leave that in the books. We don't need to be walking past it every day. You know, it's history, so it's the past. Why you still have it there to try and influence the future? But if it's still there in the physical, you're trying to influence the future. 'Cause as the little children walk past it or even go into the stadium, they are reading this thing and maybe it's influencing them, you know. So history
Yeah.
should, if it's, by the history should stay history, innit? Don't
And
influence.
yes, it's true, but we hope that it should influence youth in a positive way. To know it happened, that it was bad thing, so you don't have to make the same mistake in the future. But the problem is that a lot of people see that and still think that that way of thinking was good and was right, and so that's wrong. That's
It,
not a
it,
good
it, yeah, it also gives the impression that it's okay. even if you don't behave this way on the street, it could give the impression as you walk past it to go into the stadium, it could then give the impression that it's okay for you to say these things inside the stadium.
Exactly,
You know, so
exactly.
maybe
Yeah,
when you're on the street, you won't say nothing like this. You know what I mean? But once you get into that environment and everybody's around you, oh, it's okay because the statue is still outside, so it's okay for us to do this.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's yeah, but it's that is not a protection to do bad things inside the stadium, because it's not possible like that. So,
Yeah.
and no, no, no. We have to upgrade even this.
Again, you know, mentality have to upgrade,
Yes,
up, 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 up. You know what I mean?
upgrade.
And but as well, we have to take responsibility, personal responsibility. You know, so even if the government, even if the club, even if the group, or even if a group of people is not willing to upgrade, I think we as individuals have to be brave enough to step outside of the group and upgrade ourselves. You know what I mean? And don't
Yeah.
wait for everybody to upgrade. Let's, you know, and just one by one, we can all upgrade. Hopefully,
Yes,
you know
our
what I mean. How was it going on with this? You was fighting the campaign for the Chilean doctors or something. What was you doing? Do you remember?
oh, yeah, yeah, of course,
Yeah,
about the Blocco in Cuba. I saw, I want to
yeah,
show you
Cuba. Sorry,
something.
not Chile. It's Cuba. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw
Yes.
this. I had a pic with this on my Facebook and
Yeah.
Instagram,
Yeah.
because it is a campaign that I was involved in this, thanks to a friend of mine, a musician, and I wanted to express my solidarity to Cuba, because it happens that during the lockdown and during the emergency, a USA company bought two companies that were supplier providers of lung ventilators to Cuba. And as we know, Cuba has the blocco, the embargo from the US since the 60s, is something
Yeah.
very very far away in time, but they still have that. And it's incredible that economic interests and government fights uh, are more important than human life during this hard time. So, I mean, it's not good. It's not good, because the poor people die about this. I
So
mean,
so the two companies. So you're saying that the USA
yeah,
they brought two companies.
yeah,
The two companies that made ventilators
yeah,
that they
lung
would have been
ventilators.
lung ventilators that would have been going to Cuba.
Yeah, because these two companies used to sell lung
Yeah.
ventilators, provides lung ventilators to Cuba.
Yeah.
Okay, and
Oh, so they
then
oh so the company supplied to Cuba alone, or they were one of the biggest suppliers to Cuba.
one of the biggest. I
Right.
mean, they sell, yeah, lung ventilators. Then when USA bought these two companies, ordered to these two companies to don't sell ventilators to Cuba anymore, because of the embargo from the 60s. You know, the fight between
Yes.
capitalism and
Yes.
communism. And so, but in these hard times, where the most important thing is human life, you can't still doing this. You can, because
Evil, no?
yeah, it's evil. And it's not anymore something about government. It's something about human life and poor people life. So solidarity must took the first place now,
Yeah.
That's the most important thing.
That that
Thing more.
that's an that's another thing that this whole thing has exposed, that how much, or how much they don't value life, especially poor people life, there's a saying, this saying, they say, casualty of war, and it basically means, um people will have to die for our argument,
Yeah,
casualty of war. It means, like, and again, this pandemic here has really shown how much they do not care about the
yeah.
average person, about the poor person. Nothing comes before their money first, and then secondly, their ego, to be superior over another
Yes,
human. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Nothing comes before that at any cost.
yes.
We would do that, and human life means nothing in that.
Even because, for example, Cuba was so kind to Italy. They have sent their best doctors to come in
Yeah, I saw
Italy.
that.
So for us, for for Italian, I mean, for me, that I'm Italian, I felt obliged. I mean, I felt so grateful to them, and I wanted to do something to unlock this bad situation, because
Yeah.
they were really really so kind, and
Yeah,
but
I saw that they sent the doctors and thing, you know what I mean? And but just on a but then not to get too political, but then it questions you, what really is the right side, if there is a right side, because for so many years we are in the side of capitalism,
mm,
so-called democracy, have been told that communism is evil and communism is bad and red, this and that, And when you look, it's these people that's sending help. They are sending doctors to come and help you,
yeah, yes,
and all these democracy capitalism countries are just keeping to themselves,
yes.
just snatching and keeping for themselves, and the communists is wanting to share, so
We should learn something even from this.
I really hope so. I really hope so, sis. You know what I mean?
And not like Trump have said that if they have the vaccine, they
Vaccine.
will, yeah, they will not share with anyone. They want to keep for
Well,
themselves.
they will sell it to you, though.
They,
I
sorry.
said they will sell it to you. You can buy it if they can make money. Remember, money is number one.
Yeah, yeah, of course. With a lot of money, you
Yeah.
can
So,
buy, and
we have the cure, but you have to pay. Give me money, money, money.
yeah, and
Yeah.
China told that if they have the vaccine, they will give us and everyone. I don't know in the future
Who said
how.
that? Who said that? China said
China,
that?
China, yeah. If they will have the vaccine, they will share with everyone. But I heard on television that, so I'm not really sure about
Oh, you
anything
feel?
now.
Oh, wait. You would take vaccine?
Sorry.
You would take the vaccine?
I don't know. Or the cure. We need the cure, or we need a vaccine, or something. I don't know. Let's see. Now we don't have anything. So, but I think I'm not contrary, I must say, but I'm contrary to the money business and all the economy and all the
Yeah.
capitalism and all the thing. I hope that it will be secure for people health. I hope. I don't know.
Yeah.
You
I'm
don't
not sure
think
about.
so?
I'm not sure about. I'm not sure about vaccine.
Mm,
Especially for these kind of viruses. They don't. Vaccines are not. They're not 100% guaranteed to work. Many people
yeah,
every year, many people take flu vaccine and still get flu, still
get
get the flu,
flu.
still
Yeah.
get the flu. You know what I mean? And Yeah, and I just don't trust these people. I just don't trust them. Is my honest opinion. I don't trust them. I think they rush things too many times. I've been told, or we have been told, take this is good for you, and then
And
five
it
years,
wasn't.
5 years, 10 years later, they say, "Oh, don't take it no more. It's no good for you. It kill your brain cell, or it make your arm fall off, or some. You know what I mean?"
A
So
lot of vaccine have brought even bad ill to the little babies.
yes,
So I know that it's not sure. The vaccine is not
yeah, I mean,
it's
that
not
too.
secure for the. So hope we hope for a cure then medicine. I don't know, but even the pharma companies have rules everything,
Yes.
and so
They're
they
talking
must.
about have you seen that they was talking about the natural treatment from,
No.
yeah, man, there's a in Madagascar.
In Africa. Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah,
saw something.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Explain me,
this
please.
is so they've come up with this treatment that's 100% natural.
Mm.
I can never remember the name of the plant, I can never pronounce the name of the plant properly. Artesia, because I want to say the name of the plant, but the plant is world famous for having many healing properties within this plant,
Mm-hmm.
and so for example, they use these properties for treating malaria, and
Okay.
they use it for treating many things, you know what I mean, and just in general, many people drink it as a tea,
Mm-hmm.
for good living, as a tea. So even against the flu and things like that, there was a man from America who was talking about it, and he said when he was in Africa, he got ill. He had a flu, and somebody gave him a cup of the tea, 1 cup of tea, of herbal tea made with this
Yeah.
plant.
And get well.
Gone, yeah, he get
And
well.
get.
So in
Mm.
Madagascar, they are saying that they done some laboratory observations under world guidelines as well, not any old thing. They done it, it was properly done, set up and done it, and they said they treated 140 people, and out of 140, 107 gone with the COVID by
Mm.
thinking this thing. Yeah, yeah. So, you know, you never
But
know. Maybe this is the one,
I hope natural is
I
the
kind of like the
best.
sound of the
But
natural thing, you know what I mean?
yes, but unfortunately, the pharma company doesn't have interest to invest in, in natural things. That's why we always have rubbish inside. I mean, pills and all rubbish. But
Exactly. 'Cause all pharma companies do is they look at the natural medicine, and then they use it, and then they add a chemical into it just to say that, oh, we made it. You know what I mean?
yes, they
Yeah,
take,
it's like solo.
yeah.
If solo take a tulip, and I have a natural tulip in my hand, and then I take a piece of solo, and I say, no, this is a solip. No, it's not tulip. It's solip. Me make this.
Solid.
It's
Yeah,
me make this. But
I have
99,
the brand.
yes, but 99% of it is just a tulip. It's just little 1% of solo that I put in there now, telling you it's mine, and you have to pay for it. You have to buy it. You have to pay for it.
Yeah,
But 90%
crazy.
of the thing is natural. You understand?
Crazy system. It's here that we need an upgrade in the system,
I,
in our mind, in the other
yeah.
mind, and in the system. We need an upgrade,
Well, I don't.
and
I
we
don't.
we we
I
have
don't. I,
to.
I don't know if the system will ever upgrade because they're too. I think the system will never upgrade because they love their money. But if we as a people upgrade, then the system will crash. Because if we're not spending money with them, they would have to change their thinking. We can't forget the power of the euros or the pounds or the dollars that's
Mm,
in our pocket. This is powerful, you know. Even if it's only
mm,
50 euros, you know what I mean? It's powerful, guys. If we decide to spend this 50 euros over here, then that's the power. You know what I mean? So it's we have to
mm.
upgrade our thinking and research. You know what I mean? And spend our 50 euros in the right place and not the wrong place. You know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely, Solo.
You
You
think so?
said that. Yeah, yeah, I think the same. Yeah, yeah.
See?
Yeah, we have the power to make Babylon fall with our shoes,
Yeah,
with
man.
our good shoes.
Yeah.
And so I hope, please tell me if this medicine will be sold. So I, for sure, I will buy that,
Well, I'm
and
looking.
I will.
We'll we're looking to see. They say that they're gonna the World Health Organization said they are looking into it and blah blah. So we see what happens. You know what I mean? But just live good, eat good, and hopefully you will be
Yeah.
strong enough to fight against this already. Cause you already said
In
your family was strong enough to fight against it.
Yeah, in fact, I think the same. I try to eat and to eat well, eat vegetables and fresh fruit, to drink vegetables and fresh fruit, to stay in the sun, to get vitamin D, and and try to be strong, to be immune, my
Yes,
defense.
yes, sir.
Defense of my body to afford this bad thing. For now, that's the rule for everything.
Because it always surprised me that I don't hear no government in any country talking about this.
Now, of
I don't hear
course,
they tell you to buy masks, they tell you to buy and wash your hand wear. I don't hear nobody say eat healthy. Make sure you're eating this vegetable. Make sure you're having fruit. Make sure you're drinking water. Make sure I don't hear nobody say none of these things.
no.
Emphasizing these things, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because the approach is always about money. It's not about the citizens' health. It's only about money. Even for the masks, they sell the masks to very high prices. Now we have a rule that established the price of the masks, but during the lockdown, the masks were even 3 euros for one, two
Okay.
euros and a half for one. Now it's 50 cents, but not everyone sell it at 50 cents. And
Okay.
it's a lot, because you should wear a mask once or maybe twice and then change it. So you don't you cannot spend so much money to buy
Three
something that
euros. Yeah, that's a lot of
yeah, that
masks.
essential for the health now. So the government should give free some masks, especially to the poor people, and give support to
Yeah.
that. But nothing happened about it. Even for the gloves,
Yes.
the same. Now we cannot find it. I cannot find. I finished my gloves, but I don't need that. I mean, I wash my hand. I have always a gel, bacterial, antibacterial gel with me, so I wash
Yeah.
my hands. Even because it's rubbish. Then I mean, where we will be full of masks and gloves in the sea, in the water, in around. Problem, always problem.
Always a problem. Always a problem. Where's Simone? He's all right? He's good?
Yeah, he's here. He wants to say hello to you.
Yeah, why look when
Timo,
there?
here. Come.
Yo, Solo.
Oh God.
Salute, man. Everything good, thanks. You?
Yeah, man, everything is wonderful, brother. Good to see you. Good to see you. Okay?
Good to see you too, man.
You keep it safe.
Yeah, yeah. With my girl, we keep it safe.
With
I
the
make
queen,
the
you're
rule.
lucky.
I make
She
the
rule.
rule.
She ruled. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I say it,
Hey,
go. I
Italian
say
Italian woman is like Jamaican woman, you know?
I think all women really, you know what I mean? It's just I say it go, but yeah, Italian woman is not easy.
A trouble, a trouble.
Yeah, man.
But
Salute.
yeah, man, I'm glad to see it. Okay,
Yeah, man. Big bless.
yeah, man, love, brother, love. So
Cheers.
Miss B, give thanks, you know.
Give thanks to you. It was a pleasure, really, really a pleasure. And I hope you can come here soon
I
because we
cannot
want
wait.
you in Rome again to stay with us, and you are always welcome.
I cannot wait. I really cannot wait. What's? Oh, let me ask you something. The airports is open.
Some flights, I mean, I don't know very well, I must say, I'm not sure, but some flights are open now, and or will be open from June. Okay, but I'm not going to travel in this month. But something, yeah, from I know that some flights were uh, open for Europe.
Okay, okay.
Yes,
All right.
yes, yes. Even because people needs to come home from Spain, for example,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Sweden or England. So yeah, they work now.
Okay. All right
So
then.
when you feel safe, come to see us.
Oh, trust me. As soon as I can,
Yeah,
I mean, I'll forward. Yeah.
of course. Can't
All
wait.
right then. All right then, Miss B. Give thanks. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Give thanks to you. Real pleasure.
Yeah, man. Nice to see you, man.
Yeah, bye
We
everyone.
talk soon. Yeah. We talk soon.
Yeah, talk soon. Okay.
Okay.
Bye
Ciao,
bye.
ciao,
Bye.
ciao.
Ciao. Ciao ciao.
Who goes there?